Well, that project was a failure. So, while that coal is reducing down, I am going to cut the first foot here, first leg of the table. According to my model, it needs to be 27¼ inches long, the whole thing. But there are a lot of crucial variables because I have to isolate a piece and fold it over to be able to screw that up into the bottom of the slab. I also need the mortise, which is the hole that the bars are going to pass through. Those all need to be the same distance. The taper, because I'm going to do a tapered leg, that needs to start at a certain spot and it needs to end at the exact same spot. I'm going to cut off 24 inches on this one because I think that should be enough. So this is 1 inch stock, 1 inch square mild steel with some flaming nylon tape on it. Now I'm going to grab my biggest, heaviest hammer, which was made by a local buddy of mine, Michael Hoops. He does great work. This thing is like 6 pounds and my wrist is going to hurt when I'm finished. Measured from the bottom of the foot up to where I'm gonna punch my hole. This is a little center finder tool I made. That's pretty close. This is graphite and dish soap. This is my drift. Trace these around and then I'll probably index it with the bandsaw just so that I don't screw it up when I actually go to fuller them. Size I want to use, obviously it's going to be forged and reduced a bit. The design that I did originally, everything is 1 inch stock, which is this, but I think it's, even though it's going to get significantly smaller when I forge it, I still think that looks pretty heavy for this table. I'm going to throw in some 3/4 inch stock, see if I like that better. The bar out so it should get longer, hopefully. I want a little bit more to isolate for the shoulder, like 45.5, so hopefully I can get the extra inch. If not, they make pills for that. this is a ash slab that has really nice figuring. It came from a buddy of mine, local here, who's also a maker, Brian Prusa. Definitely full, and then now that it's empty I can use it to vacuum up all the stuff that I just dumped on the floor. Now what I need to do is cut all of these even. I'm going to measure this. The wise man once said if it looks straight, it is straight. Unless it's Paul Jackman. That is where I'm going to use the butchering die to push this material down. It's going to come out, I'm going to flatten it, and then I'm going to fold it over this direction. I have John here from Fabrications. I'm not sure what we're going to do. He has some cool ideas for finish options. We're going to test them out on these pieces, and I may or may not incorporate them into the project.
One of the options that you have, it's just to highlight some of the high spots. But I don't want to grind them. I don't want a bunch of grind marks to show up. So instead we're going to use a wire brush. See, it's going very slow, roughly about 2,500 RPM. And you can see already, you can see where it picked up a glow.
This is awesome, and I'm going to do that to the whole rest of the base because I don't know how well it comes across on camera, but it looks incredible. He had some other cool ideas here. On this one, we're going to try and actually flatten it all the way, cut some marks in it, and braze in some silicon bronze. On this one, we're going to drill a hole, fill that with silicon bronze.
I wanted to ask you about the wood because I thought you were big on ash, and I thought it makes sense.
I'm definitely an ash man. especially woodworkers, whose sole existence in life is to find people who bolt bases of tables to wood without allowing for wood movement so that they can comment that the table is going to explode in the middle of the night and kill their family. And, well, I already thought of that because, look at that. You see that? I drilled this a little bit oversized, and if it wants to move, even though it probably won't, it can. And the family is safe.
Hooray!
So you'll notice that there's a little knot here with a little opening in it. What I'm going to go ahead and do is mix up some of this epoxy and leave it right there in the trash. I'm just going to sand this and put some finish on it because it's wood. This was my great-great-great-great-grandpa's boiled linseed oil. Family's been using it for 127 years. Somehow, it's never left me hanging. Come on. You just have to have patience. Look at that. There it goes. Never quits. I think we've come to the end. Just when I say that.